So we're here playing our first league match. This is Pauper Tron, and this is a new microphone setup, so the audio might be a little different here. We're on the play. We are going to keep this hand, even though we have this 8 drop. We've got a lot of stuff to do in the meantime to help us try and get to it. Pardon me. I think our opponent's keeping as well. So, yeah, the sequencing is going to be interesting. I think we're going to preordain pretty early here. And hopefully not lagging. I don't think I am. I guess he's deciding whether or not to mulligan. Alright, so let's go. So we do have 2 tapped lands to play, which is going to slow us down a bit, but we play so many 1-mana spells that we're always going to have something to do. And we're definitely going to be looking for more lands. We want to get Tron assembled so that we can play this Crusher that's in our hand. Looks like we might be playing against mono black, which I think will be a good matchup for us. Let's see what the opponent takes. There's a chance that I actually play out the expedition map if he doesn't take it. I'm thinking that he's going to take Preordain, and he does. So I'll go ahead and play the map. And I'm just assuming that he's mono black, which I think will be good for us. But he could be something else. Play main deck to rest, so mono black is definitely a consideration. And Sign in Blood basically confirms that. So depending on our draw here, yeah, we're just going to crack this expedition map and get our first Tron piece, and then we're going to play Chromatic Star. We definitely want that guaranteed land drop. And Mulldrifter's a great draw for us. So just want to confirm that I'm still connected here. Yep, just waiting on the opponent. And fortunately, we are way ahead on time. Not way ahead, but that was initially a concern. So we'll get our first Tron piece here, and we'll play out Chromatic Star. Cool. So next turn, we may be evoking the Mulldrifter just to find more land drops. I don't know that I want to crack Chromatic Star yet. We might also be dealing with a threat. Okay, he has no threat. That's very interesting. So I think I'm just going to Divination, leave the star uncracked. We see that we have Fangren Marauder here. So I'd rather just leave that star around for us. Really hoping to find a land in the next 2 cards. So we're just going to pass. That's going to make this kind of interesting. But he hasn't played a threat, and now he is. What the hell is this thing? It's a 2/2 that when it enters the battlefield... Okay. So we're not really worried about that. I think we can afford to play Prophetic Prism. Again, I think I'm going to leave the star uncracked. I don't think we need to really find anything here. And we have a Firebolt. So I guess I'll just use that. The Lightning Bolt might line up a little more appropriately with a Kumbai Witch or something like that. Alright, so our hand is stacked now. We basically just need to find one more land and we should be okay. So I don't think I want to crack the star in response to that duress. He might take... Okay, he takes the Prophetic Prism. And now he's playing Wrenchmind. So we're going to have to discard 2 cards here. I think I'm actually going to discard Ulamog's Crusher and the Bolt. Leaving us with some card advantage and something that'll give us value immediately. I think the Crusher's probably just going to eat a removal spell. Okay. a huge deal here. So kind of want to hard cast this. Now that we have another star, I think I'll crack this one. Try and draw a land. Did not. I guess I'll play Prophetic Prism. That might be a waste. Okay. Not the best. Might have been just better to cast Divination. My reasoning is that I wanted to hard cast this and soak up some of his removal spells. So, is he going to have a Gray Merchant here? Hard to say, but we do need to find a land. Even if it's not Power Plant, just any land would, any untapped land would be good. Fortunately for us, the composition of our deck makes Wrench Mind pretty suboptimal because we're just discarding an artifact that otherwise wouldn't give us a huge amount of value. Alright, let's go. And he's going to bash in. Oh, and he does have a Cubic Gang Shinobi. So, I think I actually want to crack this now. There's a chance I can draw. I think I have another Lightning Bolt in the deck. Okay, so do I want to pitch the untapped land or the two Fangren Marauders? I think I'm actually going to pitch the two Marauders. And I think I'm going to make... well, I could just kill his guy. I think that's actually probably more ideal, even though he might have more hand disruption or something. Not necessarily a guarantee. We got some value there. He does have 6 cards, which is disgusting. That's okay, though. We're doing just fine. Haunted Vengraf can get this stuff back. So, what's going on here? Oh, no. Okay, well, pretty much obliterated our hand. And now we have to try and find something useful. Okay. Not exactly useful, but he doesn't have a lot of pressure, so that leads me to still feel pretty good about this. But he does have 4 cards. I'm hoping at least 3 of them are lands, but we'll see. He's got us to the point that he wants us, where we're hell-bent and his hand disruption has worked, so what else can he really do? Well, he can make a board presence, and that's going to be kind of difficult to deal with right now. Okay, so we'll take out, I guess, this guy, because if he unearths it, he doesn't get any value. So maybe he just passes. That would be good. Nope, just continually finding board presence. I think I'll cast this on his turn. Maybe get him to waste a duress or something. We also might just be able to get him on time. These games are not going to be too fast. It's already turned 10. And though he does have an advantage, it's not something that is insurmountable. Two of our Mull Drifters down. Actually, most of our creatures are down. So this game, if we are going to win, we're probably going to have to win with a Rolling Thunder. So just kill this. I don't think we can afford to wait. If we wait until the blocker step, there is a scenario where he might have a Shinobi around and he can flip his guy. Alright, so he's really firing on all cylinders right now, so we need to draw something awesome. The hand disruption has really hurt us. Okay, so we do have Tron assembled, so if we ever do draw a Rolling Thunder, we can at least sweep his board. But other than that, we're kind of in a bad way. Yep, so we're on one more turn after this attack step. That is pretty terrifying. Well, I mean, as it turns out, 2 Duresses, 2 Wrench Mines, an Okiba Gang Shinobi hit. Pretty good at keeping us down long enough for him to just resolve a bunch of threats. Okay, well, we definitely need Rolling Thunder or bust here. And that's a bust, so let's go ahead and just concede here. And we will go to sideboarding. Okay. So, I don't think Reap and Sow is going to be very useful. I also don't think Ulamog's Crusher is going to be that good against his suite of removal. We want as much removal as we can handle. I think we also want this, which is a 2-for-1 removal spell and a little bit of insurance against Wrench Mind, as is Deep Analysis. And I think Relic of Progenitus is the other thing we want. We also want to consider bringing in Tilling Treefolk, because he might have some Choking Sands, or even his hand disruption allows us to recoup later. So I definitely think we want to bring that card in. And I'm going to cut a Fangren Marauder for that. Again, his suite of removal is going to kill creatures like these all day long. We're basically going to win with the Rolling Thunder, I believe. So, and there's nothing else that's too useful here. So let's go ahead and submit our deck. We will choose to play first. So our hand, I mean, was kind of slow, but the main thing was all that disruption basically killed us. So we do have a natural Tron here. Certainly will keep. I'm a little wary about playing out all my artifacts on the play. I might just do it anyway, though. He keeps 7. Yeah, we have a pretty significant time advantage. If he casts Wrench Mine against us, I actually don't think it's that bad, but we have some excess lands now. So let's go ahead and draw a card. Yep, we draw another artifact that I am going to hold. Duress. Okay. Well, he kind of sees everything here. I think we could play out the Tron land. Obviously, we don't have anything to do with it yet. Maybe we just play out the tapped land. We could crack the Chromatic Sphere also. I think I actually should have done that, but I'll go ahead and wait till next turn. I think we actually should have done that. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so another slow start from him. we might be able to capitalize on that. Yeah, let's go ahead and crack this. Okay. Well, nothing really going on our side either, except we do have a bunch of removal, which I like. But probably too much. I am gonna just hold back on having Tron out because it doesn't do anything. So let's just wait. And we're basically just waiting on him. If we can win this game and draw out the third game, I think we have a pretty significant chance of timing him out, but really just depends. I feel like he's going to hit his land drop because he cast Sign in Blood and he's on the draw. So, but does he have a creature threat? We can only hope that it's not a Chittering Rats, but okay, it's not. Go ahead and burn that. Again, we're not playing out Tron. I'd rather just get the tapped lands out of the way so that when we do draw something useful, we can maximize our mana and our sequencing a little bit. Now, it could be wrong. Maybe I'm just supposed to get as much mana as possible, but I feel like if there's nothing to do with it, we shouldn't just expose the land. I mean, there's definitely arguments to be made either way. If he has double Wrench Mind or something, that could be a problem. So I think we're still good here. Yeah, he seems to maybe be new, or I really don't know. Okay. Well, this is what I'm going to do. One of each. Okay. That's good for us. So I am just going to assemble Tron now. I'm a little wary about him stripping my hand, so which he seems to be quite good at. So let's see. He might just play a Gray Merchant out. Nope, he plays just about the deadliest threat we could face. Extra cards. But the fact of the matter is, he has 6 cards to our 0, and that's never good. He got the momentum. Uh-oh. Since to be in, so a terrible position to be in. So gonna need some pretty good draws in order to get out of this. Let's see what happens. The table. We still just haven't had. His deck is working. I'll definitely say that much. I think without this much proactive disruption, the mono black control matchup, well, the mono black control deck struggles against our deck almost immensely, I want to say. But Duress into Wrenchmind into Chittering Rats into Grey Merchant is definitely a way to combat that. Okay, there's a possibility he also misses an attack step or two, but the heck is this? Oh. So, yeah, this is lethal. Maybe he just skips through his turn, but this is going to be game. So, a pretty lackluster match. Lackluster showing from our deck here. So GG's, and hopefully we can sweep the next 4 rounds. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, we're here in round number 2. We are on the draw against an opponent who kept 7, and this is a tricky one to navigate. I think I am actually going to mulligan. It's just really too slow, and this one we can keep. We got a lot more one-landers to deal with. I'm going to bottom the 4-drop, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. Against some kind of tokens deck. So do I want to lead on the falls or the sphere or the map? We don't need to lead on the map. I think I'll play the tapped land turn 1. Next turn we can play the sphere and burn the Soul Warden if we want. It's kind of up to us. We could also just play map and sphere. I think that's probably better than playing prism. If he's screwed off a color, no, he's definitely not. Okay, so the sheer board position might be a problem this game. We also have to worry about the 2-card infinite combo that they have access to. Might just be the case that we want to try and get up to Tron mana as soon as possible, saving us 1 point of damage is probably not. Well, it also stops him from casting Sprout Swarm. So I guess we can do that. It doesn't stop him, but it limits his ability. So let's do that. And hopefully that'll help us out. Okay, well, we definitely want to kill her. She's going to be a problem. And maybe we leave him stranded with a bunch of removal spells in his hand. So let's start by drawing a card, then I think we are going to kill the Evangel for sure. I just want to see if we draw a different land, a different Tron land, we might want to play that, but I guess I'll go with the Grotto. And she's down. Okay, so we are managing the board thus far. And I guess I'll put Tronland into play. I can do it either via the map or Reap and Sow, which is slightly better use of mana. Oh, if I Reap and Sow, I can also play the map, so I think that makes it the clear choice. So that's very good. He's going to play Sprout Swarm, but we might be able to just invalidate that by having a ton of mana next turn and throughout the rest of the game. So he's going to Sprout Storm, gain a life, attack us for 2. Next turn we can tap 2 to get the tower, and we have between 8 and 9 mana for us, depending on how many colors we want access to, because the Grotto also offers us some color. Okay. So yeah, Sprout Storm's going to get a little problematic. I think we're going to sacrifice 1 mana to be able to have that extra color around. So I'm going to tap. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Well, I guess we have the Thornwood Falls and the Prophetic Prism. I think I'm still going to give up the potential to net 1 mana there. So we'll get a tower here. We'll play Muldrifter and see if we get a removal spell. He's going to gain a life off of it. We do not. We do find a Chromatic Star, which I think I'm going to play but not crack, because we have Fangren Marauder next turn. So, and then we have potentially, I think, no, we actually have Fangren Marauder, crack it, play a Muldrifter. So our board position is not too bad. The only thing is he's looking at just taking us out. There's Midnight Guard, so he's looking to go infinite also, which could be very bad for us. So I think it's actually preferred that we preordain and try and find a way to kill this guy. So I'm going to do that first, as opposed to gaining the 5 life right off the bat. So I'm going to sacrifice a mana to do that. I'm going to bottom both of these. We just want to get to the action as quickly as possible. So I also think we should probably play Muldrifter instead of doing anything else. Again, because that Midnight Guard represents a potential game-ending turn for us on his next turn. So let's go ahead and play the Muldrifter. We're looking for either a Flame Slash or a Lightning Bolt. So let's see what we can get. We also have this additional draw with the Chromatic Star, and we also have another Preordain. So let's go ahead and draw off of the star. And I know we're not... Okay, and there's the Flame Slash. So let's try that first, because that's very important. And then we can run off the Preordain. Okay, he's going to Sprout Swarm. Okay. Now, of course, there is the added potential of him maybe just swinging through with some kind of Fortify, but for now, we're going to do what we can. There's a Haunted Fengraf we don't really need. Could play the Power Plant. No, we don't want either of these. We just want more kill. Okay, so I'm going to play this but not crack it. And I'm going to play one of our tap lands. I don't think it matters, so I'll play this one. I think we have more blue in our deck than we do green, so. And no attacks either. But his one thing that's good is Ulamog's Crusher is going to keep him in check also. So I think I want to Firebolt the Soul Warden though. What is this? Oh man, we got to kill that too. Except these are Saproling. Oh, nice draw. So if he sacks 3 Saprolings, this can go up to 7. But it only pumps up the Saprolings themselves, so that doesn't really matter for us. So I think I want to kill the Mycoderm, the Soul Warden, the plants. He can actually make another Saproling, so he can pump this 4 times. So we got to do 8 to that, 1 to everything else we want to kill. And if we deal 1 to any Saproling, it just dies because he sacks 1 to pump it, so it's the same difference. So we have, let's see, 5, 7, 9, 10. So we can do 8. We can basically only kill 3 things. So let's do that. I have to do 8, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll add red, and then we'll pay 10. 3, 5, 7, 9, 10. And that should work. He's going to make a Saproling. That was a very good draw for us, by the way. Okay, he sacks it. So he's going to realize that I've done the math. And pretty much, okay, he concedes the game. That's very good for us. So saves us some time and some energy. And we're up 1 game, so we will definitely get to be on the play. I think the Reap and Sow's got to go. The Crusher might also go. I think we like Serrated Arrows, Electrickery for sure. I don't think Serene Heart does anything for us. It does kill a Presence of Gond, which might be relevant for us. So maybe we just board like that. I'm going to try it out. I believe this will kill a Presence of Gond, so we can cast it in response to his first activation. And this hand's very keepable. We've got Preordains, we've got Tron, we've got all this good stuff. I think I'm actually going to play the Cliffs so I can Firebolt. Though we do have Prophetic Prism, so that would let us get Tron on turn 3 and still be able to... Yeah, I'm willing to delay our Tron assembly by a turn if it means slowing him down by removing some of his guys. So I'm actually fine with this line. Taking out the Essence Warden. It looks like he might not have a white source, which will be fantastic for us. So definitely lead on the Firebolt, and we actually naturally draw a Tron, so and that's also quite good for us. So we'll start like this, which takes away all of his offensive, takes away some of his synergy, slows him down for his Convoke. And there's a Midnight Guard, so he's threatening potentially just taking us out. Let's go ahead and preordain and see. Yeah, this is a little bit rough. If he does have the combo, he can make an infinite amount of guys. We can still find an electrickery to slow that down potentially. So let's go ahead and preordain. And I don't think we want either of these. Well, okay, hang on a second. If we play Prophetic Prism next turn, we have 7, 8 mana. So we can Rolling Thunder for 6. But if he has Presence of Gond, that's not going to matter. So I think we either need... Yeah, I think we need Electrickery at this point. There's a Firebolt that we can't really use. Let's go ahead and Prism. And see what happens here. We will be able to double Firebolt to kill the guard. So if he doesn't have Presence, we might be okay. But it looks like he does. So this is pretty much game. Unless we untap and either draw... Okay, this is kind of awkward, but... Let's go ahead and draw a card. We need to find Serene Heart or Electrickery at this point. He's giving us an opportunity. We could play Fangren Marauder, but it's not going to matter if we do, because he has infinite. So we still need one of those two cards. Guess I'll add blue. I don't think it matters, but if I draw Preordain, might be good for us. Okay, so there's really nothing we can do here. So I'm just going to pass, and if he goes for a lethal attack, we pretty much lose. So he did combo us out. So I'll just spam the F4 key while he does this. And we're pretty much toast here. I'm spamming F4, which seems to be working, but it is costing me... I'm gonna just F6. This is fine. There's no reason not to F6 here. See how many guys he chooses to make. But in case you guys haven't seen this combo, this is definitely how it works. It's very much like Splinter Twin. It's a little more fragile because this is a 2/3, and then these are just 1/1s. So things like Electrickery and Echoing Truth can stop them. But currently we got, and we're going to be going to game 3. And looks like this will do it. Yep, take 1,000,000 damage. Alright, let's go to game 3. I don't think any alternate lines would have made much of a difference here. So, guess we can take some solace in that. We have 4 Flame Slashes and 2 Bolts. Yeah, there's really nothing else that interacts with his combo, so let's just keep it like this. And go to game 3 now. I think he did concede game 1 prematurely. He was not really... He wasn't 100% out of that game. So we will play first. We have a Serene Heart, but we have no lands. So, I mean, we have 1 land, but that's not enough. So let's go ahead and mulligan. If he doesn't have the combo, Serene Heart's really bad. This is another 1-lander. We do get the scry, so I think I'm going to keep, and we have the, and there's a second land, so I definitely like that. Now, I think I'll forego killing his 1-drop to just be able to get the Prophetic Prism down and preserve our Chromatic Star. And he doesn't have a 1-drop, so that makes it even better. Okay, this is not too bad. The Mole Drifter definitely kind of digs us out of mulliganing to 6, and a mulligan to 6 is not horrible to begin with. So, there's that. I think we will just use the Divination, depending. Okay, this guy probably should go. Now, should I crack Chromatic Star? Yeah, I think it's fine to do that. Let's see what we draw. Okay, a secondary Tron piece. Yeah, I'll use Bolt. He has Pallid Mycoderm, so I think Flame Slash might be somewhat valuable to us. Now, Tower off the top is not too bad. Another 1-drop. Okay. Okay. We might just let that live. And what do you know? Tower it is. Cool. So let's get things going here. Yep. Draw 2. Got a Chromatic Star to mess around with. I think I'll just take out the Soul Warden. Or not. I mean, I don't think it's too much of a threat to us. So I think I'll wait on the Chromatic Star also. You know, I want to conserve this and not get comboed out. That would be preferable. Okay, or take that out. That's also just a more relevant threat. Him gaining some life here and there is not too bad for us. And that's pretty fantastic too. So now we get the best of both worlds. I want to draw a card first. Okay. So I can definitely afford to do this. I'm actually going to add a blue with this one. There's a Mole Drifter as well. So I don't think I can Arrows, Flame Slash, and Mole Drifter. Arrows is not entirely necessary. So let's cast this. At least this turn. I should probably just auto-yield to that. Now we will definitely Flame Slash. We actually can play arrows also, so why don't we just do that? That seems pretty good. And I will also attack. So we definitely are in command of this game. Things could change, but right now I think our position is quite favorable. And he just concedes right off the bat, so turn 5 is the fastest win you're going to see us probably garner with this deck, but it's a win nonetheless, so we're now 1-1. Thank you guys for watching. Alright, round 3 is commenced. We're on the draw. We're going to keep. Our opponent has mulligan to 6, and he keeps. See if he scries to the top or the bottom. Scries to the bottom, and plays an Evolving Wild, so could be just about anything. Let's start with Swift Water Cliffs. And we've got plenty of action here, depending on what he is. He's not going to be a burn deck. Some kind of blue deck. Could be good or bad, depending on what flavor of blue he actually is. Ponder, so I'm thinking he's Gurmag Angler. Blue-black with Delver of Secrets, Sultai Scavenger. I have no idea if that's good or bad for us, but I'm hoping that it's good. We don't have a lot of ways to deal with Gurmag Angler, but I mean, we have a lot of burn in hand, so a couple burn spells could get the job done. So, does he shuffle? He does not. And he plays a Swamp. Okay, so that kind of confirms our suspicions. Let's start with Preordain. Looking to assemble Tron, looking for some lands. I mean, another Preordain, I guess, is fine. but I don't want the star. So we'll top that. We'll play the map. Probably preordain again next turn, and then end of turn sack the map for another land. He's not exactly at Gurmag Angler status yet. He's very close though. Okay, fortunately we have the bolt for this Sultai Scavenger, which is good for us. So I think we'll just employ that, and that might leave him kind of without a paddle here. We might want to get a Shimmering Grotto or something, because we're a little bit choked on mana. I'm not sure what we want to do. There's a Delver of Secrets, which it looks like we're going to be able to remove. So do I want to get a Grotto or not? I think I'd just get a tapped land here. And it's going to be the green-red land. So that's the Rugged Highlands. Okay, we untap. We draw another Muldrifter. So we just want to Firebolt this guy and play Rugged Highlands. And we're pulling fairly far ahead. And I got that because of Rolling Thunder, and also 2 burn spells is what it's going to take to stop a Gurmag Angler. So it's going to be looking for lands, so we're going to be able to preordain or just hard cast a Muldrifter and start getting on the board. So we can expect, I would say we can expect, might have wanted a Shimmering Grotto. We can expect a Gurmag Angler next turn, I would say. So we should prepare for that. That's also a good draw. So should I shuffle first? Yeah, I think so. And I suppose I'm getting a Tron piece. Well, we want a land drop to begin with. And we don't want to force ourselves into a position where we have to shuffle after this. So if we get the Reap and Sow, we get to get our Tron piece, which is kind of cool. So I guess that's what we want to do. Yeah, I guess our way to win this game is to get Tron as quickly as possible, even if he does play Gurmag Angler. He might be able to stop our... Yeah, he might just be able to play Angler here. No. Well, he's not going to be able to play Angler and leave up Counterspell, so that's good. If we naturally draw a Power Plant, things are going to be pretty good for us too. Then we can Reap and Sow and play Muldrifter. We can also just play Muldrifter, and we have the Haunted Fengraf to get it back. We also have... Okay, so he has another... Okay, now he does have the Angler. So I think we're going to want the Reap and Sow, because Rolling Thunder is kind of our ticket out of this. We could also just get Muldrifter. We have Fangren Marauder here too. Don't know what's better. Muldrifter's not bad. Reap and Sow is a little expensive here, a little pricey. So once he untaps, he's going to be able to start countering things. And Reap and Sow gets us the mana we need, which is kind of cool. Then we can evoke. Yeah, I think we Reap and Sow this turn. And I think we can Divination too, so get the Power Plant. We got to kind of... Basically, we need to now swing a bunch of momentum because he has the board right now. So what we want to do is just use our mana advantage as best we can. If I can find another Tron piece, then next turn I get to double spell, which baits out a counter and does some stuff for us. So, okay, now I get to play this land. Okay, so not too bad. We have a few ways to deal with the Angler, but I think our best one is Rolling Thunder, just because it doesn't die to removal. Okay, so he's gonna swing in, but he's gonna leave up Counterspell, but we have a lot we can do. I think we can just double Muldrifter here. We don't even need to go after the Angler right this second. So let's start with this. Or we can, I guess, play Marauder, but I think I want to Muldrifter instead. So he counters it. I think I'm just going to play another one. And I think I do want to play the Prophetic Prism. Now we have double Flame Slash to attempt first. We also have Fangren Marauder and Rolling Thunder. So there's basically no way his Angler's living. I think I'll go ahead and take the hit. I mean, I guess... Oh, he's got two. Okay. And he has two cards in hand. Okay, so... Pretty sure I can... kill both of them, but we need to bait out some removal first. So start with Flame Slash. If he counters that, I go for another Flame Slash. If he counters that... Okay, so now I go for him. Just going to counter. Okay. So I could just leave up Fengraf now, which I think I'll do. I mean, I can take another hit. It's really not too bad. I'm going to use this to soak up an Edict, I think. So I'm not going to block. I don't think the pressure is really that much on. I mean, it kind of is, but he's got a second one. Okay, so now I get a Rolling Thunder his whole crew. And that's basically just going to end the game. So that's very good. And I got back to Marauder anyway. So how much damage can I do with this? 1, 4, 7, 8 plus 6 is 14. And I guess I'll play around Spell Pierce. So what can I only do? This is 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. So I'll play around Spell Pierce, so I'll only deal 2 to him. Yeah. Let's do it like that. Now, he probably doesn't have a Spell Pierce, but if he does, it just wrecks us, so there's no reason not to play around it. We can definitely afford to play around it, and, you know, all is well, so. Okay, now he's just doing his thing. Main phase, think twice. Okay. We get to attack again. We get to play a 5/5, which is pretty cool. And now we'll pass. Okay, I guess he's just kind of chilling here. Let's see if this is going to resolve, because we will gain some life off of it. We also get to draw a card, which is kind of the main benefit. Ooh, and I think he's just toast. Though he may have... Let's go ahead and attack first. We do lose a mana there, but if we deal enough damage... Yeah, he's got to have some kind of removal here, right? He would have used it, though, in response to the... Okay, Agony Warp. Drops in a 14, which I can definitely deal. So... 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It won't play around Spell Pierce, but we'll just try it. 3, 6, 10, 12. Actually, it will play around Spell Pierce. Maybe not. We'll play around Force Spike. And he has the counterspell. That's okay, though. We're still pretty far ahead. Okay. Okay. Let's draw some cards. That was our last Rolling Thunder. Oh, he's just going to counter that. Alright. And it's like a manipulation spell. There's a Delver that we're just going to firebolt away after we've preordained. He is pretty toast. Reap and Sow doesn't do a lot. And I don't think we need Lightning Bolt either. Let's draw. Gain some life. And draw. Okay. Let's see what we get. Flame Slash that I'm not going to use. I'll just direct the Firebolt at him. At his guy, rather. And I'll crack in. And he has one turn to pull himself out of this situation. He's going to Brainstorm. And does he find anything useful? Think twice. Flash it back. Okay. And a Delver's not going to cut it. 2 Delvers will. Or not. I guess I'll just Firebolt to the face. Take up less time here. And we get game 1 on turn 14. So, seems like we've got something going here. Again, it looks like Reap and Sow and Crusher are going to be our weak links. So we're noticing a pattern. We may want to change some things in terms of the deck construction. I think Pyroblast will be very helpful. What else do we want? Serrated Arrow's not too bad here. I think we want Deep Analysis also, though. So maybe I cut one of the... I don't know what to cut for that, actually. Maybe we just don't play Serrated Arrows, because we do want early answers to Delver of Secrets. That's one of our biggest fears. So I think maybe it's just this. The Relic is actually not as good as you might think. Kind of depends if he's playing Stormbound Geist against us, which he may. Guess we'll just have to find out. So I think we have more busted draws than he does. Well, that's not necessarily true. I think our Tron draws, our fastest ones, trump many of his draws. I guess I should say that. But he does keep 7. And no Delver yet. Just a Ponder. Might be interesting to analyze the flavors of Delver decks. Because this deck and the Is It Fiend deck, their early Delvers are not as threatening because they don't typically have ways to protect them early. And that's because their mana is a little clunkier. And in the case of Izzet Fiend, they don't usually play counterspells anyway, but this deck doesn't usually have turn 1 Delver, turn 2 counterspell. He's going to ponder again. He didn't shuffle the first time, so let's see what he does now. And I think I'm just going to play my Prophetic Prism. So he knows that he's only going to get one card off of this. We may be facing down an Angler next turn, but we do have double Flame Slash to deal with it, so that's very good. Okay, and we have a map, not too bad either. So this is shaping up quite nicely. A Relic. Don't think I care about a Relic. It only stops my Haunted Fengraf. I mean, hypothetically stops this as well, but... So I think we just play the map and get ready to sack it. I don't think it messes up our sequencing very much to do that. If he's bringing in Relic against us, I mean, I guess the other versions of Tron, they do tend to play more Fengrafs than we're playing. So he's likely just conditioned to sideboard this way. So he's going to... Okay, he's tapping out for Angler. So we are going to be able to remove that, fortunately. So I'll go ahead and get an Urza's Mine now. And I actually think I'm going to play the Falls to free up some of our mana here. Now, I don't love this, but I think we're just going to have to do that. Though, if I do play Chromatic Sphere, I leave up Pyroblast. I think I want to do that, in case he has Stormbound Geist or something. So that seems reasonable. Yeah, let's just try and counter this. And he'll probably fight back. Does not. Okay. Just passes. Well, I guess we can go for this. It works, so play Tower, cast Chromatic Star, but I'm not going to cast Deep Analysis. I want to get the full value off of it. I'll go ahead and crack this, though. Do we get anything? Yeah, we get a Preordain. That's pretty great. Flame Slash and a Sphere. I think I want the Flame Slash, but not the Sphere. So that we can pair that with something down the line. And I'm going to draw 4 cards next turn, which is going to be phenomenal. Okay. So, kind of a shame that he's not cracking that Relic. And that's pretty great for us. I'm just going to use this now so that the Relic has no bearing on our graveyard. And there's a lot I could do here. Well, not a ton. I'm just going to play this land. I guess I should play Grotto again to leave up Pyroblast. So that's probably a mistake there. Hopefully we don't pay too dearly for it. Okay, so we will get a Marauder down. I'd like to draw a card first, though. Question is, will it live, and will we be able to Fengraph? I'm not sure. I'll go ahead and play the Fengraph, which kind of keeps him from being able to pop the red like prematurely. I'll go ahead and block, and I will not use the Fengraph in response to anything. So it's just a waste. Now if he moves to... Oh, he is going to do that. Well, he just gave me a free Marauder here. Don't know why, but he did. And I have the Pyroblast to fight back, so I guess I might as well just go for this. Oh, never mind. He doesn't seem to have anything, which is very peculiar. Okay. So now we'll just keep playing out Tron pieces and whatnot. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get another tower here. We got all the lands in the world, which is not a huge problem to have when our plan is to fireball. I'm gonna let that resolve. Okay. Okay. Well, we could be staring down an angler pretty quickly here, which means we are going to... Okay, but we're not. Let's go ahead and draw. Firebolt to him. No, we definitely want to save that to pair against an angler. Sure. Looks like you found something. Okay. So we should be able to fight against this. Let's start by casting Preordain. And there's exactly what we're looking for. But I want to bait out with this. So the interesting thing here is if he doesn't counter the Flame Slash, we have two ends of a Firebolt that should cause him problems. Because it requires two counter spells. He's going to counter that. Okay, so I'm actually going to play the Shimmering Grotto. And now... try and get there. So the Pyroblast will... I'll just go ahead and Pyroblast this. I think it's pretty important. Even though the Rolling Thunder is potentially more important, he's going to untap with all kinds of mana open, so if he has more permission, this is going to be our only chance to stop the angler. Basically, what I'm saying is, if we don't stop the angler, the game's over. The game's going to end pretty quickly. However, if we just get our Rolling Thunder countered, the game can continue, and we're not at any sort of notable disadvantage. All right, seems to me like he's out of permission. I guess he's just going to tap out to kill this. It's a little unclear. So how much is this Rolling Thunder going to deal? That's 8. That's 14, 17, 21. It's almost enough. We've seen more of our deck than he has, which is pretty insane because a lot of his cards mill out his deck. So let's try this. Oh, he has a counter. So this will just pass. Sure. This is 8, 14 plus 6 is 21. Any other Tron piece presents a lethal Rolling Thunder to him. Hopefully we draw something else worthwhile. So I think we just go for this. And maybe play around double mana leak. We know we have access to 21. So how much damage do I want to do to him? Yeah, we'll just do 10. So that's 10. Now we can do way more than 10. That's 15 though. 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 21. Minus 6 is 15. Yeah, let's just do this. Six, 10, 15. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't, we're in a huge amount of trouble. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. He's got all kinds of Chainer's Edicts. That's our last Rolling Thunder. I know it's not. We have another one. Well, let's see what happens. We've got 2 more turns to not flood out. And he has to also have pretty much nothing. Oh, that'd be nice if he just tapped out there. Okay. Well, it's appearing like he also has another counter, but we don't want to give him that opportunity. I could also just go for the win, right? 6, 10, 14, plus 8. I think we should just go for the win. 8, 16 plus 6 is 22, 23, 24. Yeah. Let's do 23 to him. Red, red. 14, 22, 23. Hopefully that's enough. And it looks like it is. Did we get there? We did. We win the match 2-0. So now we're 2-1 with this deck. So that's looking pretty good. So let's keep it up, and we'll see you guys in the next match. Thanks for watching. Welcome to round 4. We are on the draw. Definitely going to keep. Our opponent has kept 7. I think we're at round 4. Pretty sure. So it looks like we're running into something aggressive. And I'm going to lead on the cliffs in case I draw a removal spell. We do have turn 3 Tron if we want it, though. Again, that's something I should have at least analyzed, but if you remember from, I believe it was last match, or I guess round 2, the tokens match, I think it's a little more important to try and stop their board position rather than... Yeah, I may have made a mistake there. I actually don't really like that play I made. So I think, depending on my draw next turn, I think I'm going to play Sphere, try and get a removal spell. If I don't, and what I mean is crack the Sphere to do that. If I don't, I'll play Expedition Map. Yeah, we're a little behind here. That was kind of silly not to try and get Tron online. I think. I mean, I don't know. Ooh, I'd love to get rid of that guy. So let's do this. Break it for a red. If we don't get a removal spell, we're going to play Map. Yeah, this could be rough. I mean, it is looking like we're going to get to Fangren Marauder pretty soon here. But at what cost? How much damage are we going to be taking before that actually happens? This is a huge board presence that we need to do something about. Okay, he's just pre-combat using the Quirion Ranger, or not. Kind of weird. Hopefully he just forgets to play the land. Just accidentally clicks through the rest of his turn. That'd be pretty sweet. We're only at 16, but that's going to change very quickly. Okay, so I can preordain and get my map, but do I want to get the map first? I think there's a chance we may want to burn something this turn if I find it. So yeah, bolt. So do I want to bolt this turn, or do I want to get Tron? I don't know. If I get Tron, I have Mole Drifter with Bolt. I guess I'm just going to try and get Tron. See what happens here. Then the turn after that, I can get Fangren Marauder, but we're leveraging some of these to be able to cast our spells, so we're not going to gain as much life. Okay, and there's nothing in his pool, right? Oh, well, I can't do anything anyway. Maybe I should have just played Star, but it's a little unclear. I mean, wasn't he supposed to tap that for mana? Seems like a mistake. So now I'm taking 5, going to 11. Yeah, we may be stable after this, actually. So I'm getting a tower. Or is he just going to cast a Groundswell? Ooh, I'm going to get to kill something. So probably the Nettle Sentinel. Groundswell, so I'm taking 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, only Gather Courage. Okay. So I'm going to 9. Getting Urza's Tower. I'm tapping, playing Urza's Tower, playing... It might even be better just to kill the Quirion Ranger. And then he's very stripped. in terms of mana. I think I like that play better. But we need to see what we're going to draw. Ooh, that's pretty good too. So we're going to play 2 stars. Well, we're going to play 1, break it for red, see what else we draw. I think I'm going to kill the Quirion Ranger. And then after that I can try and Rolling Thunder everybody away. So we're going to have a lot of mana available for that. 6, 8, 10, 11 minus 2, so we can do 9. So we can kill pretty much everything, or we could play Fangren Marauder, but I don't think I need to. I think we're definitely stable. Well, we're at 9, so we're not necessarily stable, especially because he drew the forest. Gonna block the Nettle Sentinel, try and preserve my life total as best I can. There is a chance that we draw something else off of this star that we can break while we have Marauder in play. I'm glad that he's... I guess it's Epic Confrontation. Oh, okay, this is perfect. Well, I mean, it's not perfect, but we do get to just blow up his whole board. And we can do 9. Oh. So it's a Gather Courage. Should I try and block the Young Wolf and then... It's a Gather Courage. I'll just prevent the most amount of damage possible. Ooh. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to end up using the star, even though I have 2 Fangren Marauders. There's really no point in killing the Young Wolf. So I can do 2, 3. But nothing else this turn. Yeah, I think we're going to have to. I mean, maybe I will kill the half of the Young Wolf. Maybe it's correct. So 5, 7, 9, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'll just do 4, 3, and 3 to play around Gather Courage, even though he probably doesn't have it. Just do it anyway. Oh, can I not do that? Oh no. So I'll do 4, 3, 1, 1. Okay, there we go. And hopefully just don't get obliterated by this guy, but I think we might be okay. And I'm doing that because we want to get rid of it, and even though we're going to take a little more damage up front, I think it's probably for the best. Now, I'm sure there's some alternate line I could have taken to have made use of these, but I think it's a little better to try and kill his board, though he might just pump us out of the game here. He definitely has spells, we know that. He's just now started drawing lands. And we're out of color. I mean, we've been using everything up. So this is kind of hairy. I think he's got more creatures then. No. Yeah, this might be it, guys. We're at 1. Okay. Well, we have 1 line of play that we can take, so let's do that. Preordained that we cannot cast. So hopefully we can just block. Hopefully no trample. This game was really close, but I think we probably had some missteps in our sequencing. I mean, it's not over. If we can get Prophetic Prism out there, then maybe we're onto something, but... Ooh. That's really awkward. Really awkward. Don't attack. Oh, man. Well, this is going to be really, really rough. Because we can't target that, and we have to use a Mole Drifter. Ooh, if I can get a star, I think we're in this. I think I have to bottom both of these. I think I need a star or a map. Or a Mole Drifter. Ugh. Well, maybe he just won't attack. Man, this was so close. Maybe he just won't attack. So, had I not killed the young wolf, I think I'd be at 2 here. And I might be stable. So killing the young wolf might have been a mistake. Wasn't expecting a ledge walker to show up. Maybe he just won't attack me. That would be the dream. Because now he's just showing me more of his deck. Yes! He didn't attack! Yes! Yes! Okay. So... he still might figure it out, but for now... we're okay. Just need him to not remember one more time. We don't play islands, so I guess we're okay there. So am I going to try and kill that? I don't know. Do not attack me. Don't do it. Please just don't analyze the situation. Okay, here we go. Perfect. So do I try and burn this guy? Yeah, I guess. Free up my color. Okay, now all I need is a star, a sphere, or a map. Well, that actually might do, because that can block the ledge walker now. Oh, come on, guys. Well, not too bad. There's really no point in attacking here. Because he can just regenerate, and we don't want to attack with both. I mean, I guess technically we could. Yeah, we might want to try and close this game out. Now we can't. We have to just... well, maybe we draw something? Ooh. Great draw. Yeah, he waited way too long, and now I think we're back in the game. We just... I mean, one will get us back in. Oh my goodness. This is disgusting. Alright, well, he had us dead to rights, and now he's pretty screwed. I will, I guess, get a red source here. I think I have more red spells than blue or green. Holy hell, we're going to gain 20 life. This is insane. Okay, let's do it again. Now I will get a blue. This is so filthy. Now I don't even have to block. There's absolutely no reason. Yeah, I'll take both actually. It's not terribly necessary. And we get to kill the river boa here. That's pretty gross. I'm just going to attack with everything. Yeah, he's pretty screwed. Okay. Wow, I just gained 40 life in one turn. That was insane. No reason to block. He goes to 5. And we had no business winning that game. No business at all. But now we'll just Alpha Strike. And he's pretty dead. Awesome. Okay, good for us. We were at 1. He didn't attack for 2 turns, even though his Ledgewalker was unblockable, and bought us enough time to skyrocket from 1 up to 41. Insanity. I might just play this as a blocker. I think maybe I want Relic instead. It's even cheaper. Yeah, let's try this. We're going to be on the draw. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. That was something. 4 Fangren Marauders in play. Gained 40 life in a single turn. Haven't done that very often, I must say. But yeah, we were in such a bad position, but then what really made the difference was that I played the Fangren Marauder and I said go. I didn't concede. I didn't say GG. I didn't type, oh man. I didn't indicate anything to my opponent that I was, that I was going to lose, that I was dead. And somehow my opponent misinterpreted the board state and did not go for the kill. So take that for what it's worth. I mean, if you don't kill yourself, if you don't surrender, things like this will occasionally happen. And you can end up winning a game that technically you're not supposed to win. So now we're just waiting for the opponent to show up for game 2. And it's going to be tough. On the draw, I think is potentially a problem. I think we're definitely keeping this hand, though. We got a lot of removal. We don't necessarily have a second land, but if we get a second land, we're looking great. And we do. So yeah, I think I will play the Swiftwater Cliffs. Probably killing his next play, not the Young Wolf directly, but we'll see. A lot of 1-mana spells, which I really like. Hope it's a, yeah, that's what I was hoping for. I'll go ahead and torch that. And hope that he does not have Gather Courage or doesn't know how it works. Okay, let's try it. Pretty much our only play for the turn besides getting the Chromatic Star out there. Perfect. Next turn we can preordain and do a bunch of other stuff. Hopefully get that Tron partially assembled. Okay, he's got a Nettle Sentinel and some backup, and he skipped his attack. Beautiful. So, and now he's tapping out, so I ostensibly get to get rid of the Nettle Sentinel, which I think I'll do first. Would be nice to have a relic around, but yeah, no, I think I'm going to try the Bolt first so I know what I'm dealing with here. Maybe that's wrong. Might be better to preordain first. Okay. Well, we're working our way up to that for sure. And if I keep both, means what? What does that do for me? I don't think I can keep both. We're just not on a time frame that necessarily allows for it. I have 4 lands. I think I can keep one or the other. I think I'm going to keep the Rolling Thunder, but I'm going to lose the Preordain. And I'll play this out. And between this draw, and this draw, I think we can get some lands for the Rolling Thunder. Would like to hard cast this, but that might not work. Might not be reasonable. But the good thing is it's turn 4 and we're at 20. We have to get to 5 mana for this, this, and this. This needs to deal 3 to get rid of the first half of them. So, Gleeful Sabotage. Okay, that's not the worst. We're actually good that he spent a sideboard slot on that. It's not going to do anything against us. Even if he has a second one, it's probably not going to decide anything. That does slow us down a little bit, so we're to the point where we have to decide if we're evoking this or not. And this board position's pretty annoying. Guess I'm going to Flame Slash and Prism. Shrink his safe hold elite and go from there. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, so a Mole Drifter here will be pretty good for us. He's almost out of gas. He basically has his board and the top of his deck, so just F6. Okay, we might just dig ourselves out of this. I think I want to play Mole Drifter first before getting this. Okay, his one card looks like a pump because he's debating, and he is going to blow it. So we're at 10. So I could go for that. Oh, yeah, I guess we're doing this as well. Getting Urza's Mine. All right, this is going to lead to a big Rolling Thunder, which might be good enough to close the game out outright. So we're clearly going to want to take out a Young Wolf here, which puts us in great position to clean up the rest of his board. Another Expedition map, which will allow us to get back the Mole Drifter if he has a pump spell. So I think we're definitely out of danger now. Yep, just snap block the Young Wolf, can firebolt the other one, and then, well, we can figure it out. Actually, our Rolling Thunder takes out 2/3 of this board anyway. Hopefully he has a creature, but might just be a pump. If he does pump an unblocked guy, then we know we're safe next turn. Yeah, he does. We're at 6. That's not going to quite get there. Okay, so I guess we just Rolling Thunder for as much as we can. Maybe I do want to draw a card first, though. Because ultimately, we just need to do it for 4, or we just do it for 3, even. Yeah, let's just draw a card first, see what's what. And that is what's what. So I haven't played anything yet, so I could actually trigger this, which would be fantastic. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And what from here is going to cost us? In other words, what do I need to get with this map? He could have Thermokarst. And he could have Gleeful Sabotage, so I guess that's more realistic. So I guess I'm going to get a Shimmering Grotto or green red land. I could get Haunted Fengraf, but I think I'll just get the Grotto. No attack yet, because we're about to just get really, really devastating here. I can almost deal... Wow. He's drawing a lot of his Undying and Persist guys, that's for sure. Okay. Well, this is just playing right into our hands. This is a pretty bad attack. And even that's a bad attack because it just makes Rolling Thunder that much more devastating. We can almost lethal him. We definitely want to use this. Now I could Firebolt as well, but we're going to have so much life here that there's really no point. And a map. Yeah. Might as well, I guess. I mean, we're almost getting to the point where we can lethal Rolling Thunder. 10, 12, 14, maybe not. Let's just do this. Turn that into red. So we have 4, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. That's pretty brutal. I could attack with the Marauder. Yeah, I'm at 21. I'll just attack with everybody. That's pretty brutal. Utter devastation here. Drop him to 10. And now we just get to Firebolt that away. And put him pretty dead. Let's try and take the game now. He just passed, so. Alright. So we're 3-1 right now. At worst, we'll break even, and at best, we can get a 4-1. So let's figure out what's going to happen. Alright, let's finish this. We are again on the draw. I don't think we've won a die roll here. And we're going to mulligan. See what happens. We're going to have to mulligan again. Because we don't have any color. Mulligan. And I guess we'll keep. I don't want to go to 4, but I don't have any color. We're going to bottom this because it's not color. And hopefully he's a slow deck. Blue-white. Spreading Seas. Uh-oh, this is going to be a long day. That actually helps us. Which is kind of cool. And I'll take the Thornwood Falls for my Reap and Sow. Bottom the Rolling Thunder. So maybe we can get some traction here. So is he a Zorius Kitty? Because this could be a long night if he is. Secluded Step, so it's still a little uncertain. Definitely get our red together. Guess I'm just going to get another Urza's Mine. I could just Stone Rain him off blue also. Is that worth doing? It's kind of better than getting a land, right? I'm going to have a 5/5 in a minute. Getting the land doesn't do a ton. I'm not in a position where I can do both. Yeah, let's try and kill his blue. I have so many lands. So does that do anything? Does he have Ghostly Flicker? Maybe he does. Nope. So did I... did pretty much nothing then. Okay. Does he have a Cloud Shift? No. Alright, so all my colors are fixed. I can play Fangren Marauder. He's definitely a blink kind of deck, as you can see. And I'm going to wait on that, even though I'm probably losing this guy. Oops. So let's see what happens there. Yep. Yep. Okay. So we're definitely under pressure. We do have double red if we draw Rolling Thunder. I think I'll just play this right now. Yeah. Maybe draw some removal. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I like that. We might be able to just steal this game off of a giant Rolling Thunder. Now, granted, we're going to need to do a few things first. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, I'll gladly trade with the Lone Missionary here. Okay, so we kind of know there's no momentary blink in our future. So right now I can do it for 5. But if I wait, I can do it for a lot more. Almost to the point where I can... Let's draw a card first. Take my opponent out. And there is an Urza's Mine. So I think I just play it. And then on his end step, I break both of these. And I get another mine and another tower. Or I don't know what I get, but... Okay. Well, we're a little slow here. And he can probably do that next turn. I can also just play Haunted Fengraf. That might be good. So I can Thunder for 6, which kills these two guys and buys me some time. So I think I'll do it. Seems reasonable. Since he's disrupting me so much, I need to buy myself time. And I need to... So he's going to just blow up another land. Yeah, it's going to be a long day. Or just use a Spreading Seas. That also will do it. So we have to just hit land drops and not worry so much about Tron. But he doesn't have a lot of pressure. Kind of doesn't matter because we're at. Okay, so I'll just play Haunted Fengraph and pass. This will get me back a Mole Drifter. Okay, well there goes that land. Definitely want Tilling Treefolk for this matchup. And Serene Heart actually won't be too bad either. Okay, he's attacking my power plants. Interesting choice. So, I guess I cast this first. And we'll do this. Ooh, well, we can start killing guys at some point. And we can make 5/5s. That's pretty exciting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, soon to be 7 lands. So 7 lands, I can definitely kill a guy. So it looks like I'm going to Flame Slash this and play a 6/6. Okay. Reasonable. He keeps blowing up lands. Pretty annoying. Snap Block. Ooh, that's pretty good too, but I think we want to do this instead. Okay. Alright, we're not doing too bad here, despite the disruption. So Pyroblast will be good too. Keeps 1 card. Okay. I'm gonna block again. Maybe we'll get a chance to yeah, we're gonna get a chance to have Tron. That's kind of nice, I guess. Block. Oh, never mind. What else did he bounce? Reality Acid. Oh, it was Blink. It was Blink, not Flicker. Okay. So I guess we just cast you. Ooh, okay. So now we're talking. I think we play Star. Don't really need to crack it here, so we'll just kill one of his guys. And I'm not going to attack. I'm going to wait. So he's actually killed 3 out of 4 power plants. That's pretty impressive. And he's going to... Okay. He could have attacked. So I can kill these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can just exactly kill them. And I'll save the star. For this guy. It's going to be tough to win, but maybe we can do it. And he's not using serrated arrows. It's kind of interesting. Okay, we have the firebolt for that. I think I'll play the Marauder first, though. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty good. 3, 6, 8. So I think I'm casting this guy. I think I did that incorrectly, but we'll see. Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. Not bad, not bad. We're not going to attack. He still has the momentary blink. Maybe that's a reason to not wait on the firebolt, but cut one of each land left. Not really much to do with the mana at this point, so pretty much irrelevant. Okay. This has got to be like his best matchup. Okay, so we do get to kill the Mole Drifter. That's great. Hopefully we run him out of stuff and Ulamog's Crusher can get the job done. But if not, we'll just have to sit here and chill out. We may even deck ourselves. It's kind of looking like that's a possibility. Okay. This doesn't do a whole lot for us, but I guess we might as well. So doesn't matter what we get. And I guess I'll just attack. So he can blink his guy if I block anyway. I don't know if that's super sound logic or not, but okay, at least that one went to the graveyard. Tilling Treefolk would be a big deal. So will a Serene Heart. And Pyroblast should be good as well. Okay. Didn't attack me either. Pretty awesome. Okay, so we just don't have Tron. Just not gonna get Tron. Don't have it, won't have it. Well, my guy's not gonna be able to block anything. I'm gonna guess he can block Lone Missionary, so we'll just hold back. Alright, so both his reality acids are gone. That's at least good for us. That means we have a chance here. He does have momentary... Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. That might become tough to deal with. Only 19 cards left. So he can momentary blink to get something back. To get his Heliod's Pilgrim back. Now he just blinked the Seagate Oracle. Yeah, we're both down to very few cards. Topped, so he's probably got a way to deal with this. Oh. I have 2 more Mole Drifters in my deck. We're at a point where he might deck first. Okay, my guy's a 4/4. Cool. Bolt. Where should that go? Probably to the flyer. Actually, let's do it on his upkeep. And now he might actually time out between these next 1 or 2 games. So even though he's pretty damn far ahead right now, he starts losing time, and I'm going to check my connection to just make sure it's not me. That could be pivotal. This Azorius deck is very decision intensive, and therefore it chews up clock like nobody's business. Yeah, this is very good for us. Very, very good for us. Ooh, he's going for it right now. Well, I was going to take out his Muldrifter. Now I guess I got to take out this, or at least try to. Oh, and he has another one. Yeah, we're not winning this game. But we might be able to time him out. And he found a Reality Acid. This is going to be pretty rough. Which means he's going to just take out the Fangren Marauder. Yep, going to be very hard to get out of this. Ouch. Okay. Well, that's good, except it's not going to do anything. But I got to make him use his blink. So, guess just do it here. Yeah, we might. I think we can win on time. It's taken him 14 minutes to get this far. So I think we can hold out. And I'm pretty sure we're dead on board. I guess we go to 1. So what can I do here? Probably nothing. Don't want to show him that. Maybe Muldrifter into something else. Okay, there's a start. Yeah, he's got me. But I think we may be able to win the war just by virtue of the fact that we're going to have so much time left. We also potentially would have decked ourselves. So let's go to... I mean, this is the ugliest matchup we could face. I mean, they're basically a land destruction deck. And we are a land focused deck. I think we got to cut these. And they possibly don't belong in the main. We want this. We want this. I mean, this guy could get some work done if he gets down early and they don't have removal, but I don't see that really happening. Not a lot of cuts we can make here. Maybe this guy. Leaves us with just no board position. I think arrows is actually good for us, but deep analysis is probably good. I think rolling thunder might actually be poor because, whoa. because we don't have the mana to really utilize it. We just never have that mana around. Yeah, let's try this. Even though it's not amazing for us. We're really just trying to stay alive, so we need a lot of defensive elements. And you can make an argument for a lot of these cards being in the deck. Whoa, almost had a problem there. Yeah, I'll play first for sure. And I'll keep this hand for sure. Turn 3 Tron. Actually, a turn 3 Tron this time, but he may have a Spreading Seas for us. Okay, let's see if he can find his critical land drops. He might just be too slow. He might just have a Chancery here. But we'll find out. Cool. So we are going to get a turn 3 Muldrifter, which is pretty impressive. Get an Urza's Power Plant. Get an Urza's Power Plant. And draw another one. Cool. So that's my turn. Definitely far ahead right now. But he's going to Spreading Seas, which is fine. Yep, that's fine. No big deal. Let's see what we can draw here. I think I'm just going to... Oh, we drew another one. Well, I guess I don't mind playing it. Oops. See if we can find anything else. Maybe another Muldrifter. Not exactly. But we're still making a lot of progress. Okay, and we can't use that, but maybe next time. We can also just Pyroblast away the Spreading Seas. Got a lot of lands in hand, which is good and bad. It's mostly bad, but it is partially good. Okay, so we get to counter the Reality Acid or the Spreading Seas. Either or. And continually fly over. So for now, I'm going to cast this. I'm going to blow this guy away. Yep, that's right. Do this, attack, and I'm going to counter the Spreading Seas. Which, I guess in the grand scheme, doesn't really matter. Am I sure I want to counter it? Maybe I don't counter it. I actually don't see the point in countering it. So I'm not going to. Yeah, that's fine. I have so many lands in play that it doesn't... I mean, using my one spell to protect one of my lands just seems pretty unnecessary. A Reality Acid, on the other hand, I would counter. Definitely countering this. So that's pretty good for us. Muldrifter beatdown right now. Definitely in full effect. I won't play out the tower because we don't have anything to do with it at the moment. that could change. And he's losing a lot of time. I mean, if he doesn't concede this game, he's basically priced himself into winning this game. Now, I would hope that he will concede because, as you can see, we're definitely flooded all the way out. But I don't know, just waiting on him, I guess. Okay, let's do this. Even if he does get back into this game, he might not win in time. But we'll see. We have a lot of live draws, that's for sure. And as much as I don't want that to resolve, that is going to resolve. And fortunately for us, he's blowing up the wrong Urza piece. And still taking a bunch of damage. Yeah, he's definitely slowing down here. I think we can grind his clock away. And yeah, I guess I'll just immediately play Haunted Fengraf. The problem with that is if he draws a third Spreading Seas, then the Haunted Fengraf kind of bites the dust. But if he just kills the Mole Drifter, now I'm getting one back. And he's actually losing a ton of time here. Kicked Core Sanctifiers. Okay. And what does that do? Pretty much nothing. Okay. Yep. So I think we're going to win this match. This game has to go very far south for us not to. And I don't really think it matters. Guess I'll just start playing this stuff out. I don't see us going from 23 to 0 in 5 minutes, but I guess this could partially help. Oh, he literally just evoked it. He didn't have... Okay. So if he kills the Mole Drifter, I'll get it back. Alright. And I get Tron. Pretty great. For a turn at least. Okay. Start here. Okay, that's kind of what I was looking for. 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do 6. We know we know that he, well, we don't know that he doesn't have. All right, let's just blow some of these bad boys up, because why not? Yep. Yep, just do some cycling here. Oh, that's good. Okay, so just pass. Our turns have just been so much better. And our clock is so much better. Okay. So, unless he kills my tower, I think I can just finish him off. It looks like he is going to kill my power plant. I guess tower works too. Yep, oh well. Okay. Well, tilling tree folk would also be good. Yeah, that'd be really good. Also, Serene Heart would work too. So I can Thunder for 6 or something? That's not good enough. Oops. Okay. So I'll just play this. So he's at 430. He's committed to trying to win this game. I just don't think it's going to happen for him. It might. It might. We are going to have to slow him down a bit, which I can do with this here Rolling Thunder. Oh, and a Firebolt. So, let's see. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can kill 2 of these. We haven't seen a momentary blink. I guess we'll just try and do that now. And that worked, so awesome. Now I really don't see him getting through. Alright, here we go again. And he could have attacked me. I'm glad that he did not. Yeah, now he's just kind of unsure of what he's really doing. Okay, this is great. This is absolutely great. I couldn't be more happy about losing all my lands to the to our opponent here. Pyroblast seems okay. I could just kill the Dreamstalker. I don't think we have to though. I'm at 21. He has momentary blink out too. I'm not sure if he had the mana for it, but all right. So saving that seems like it's gonna pay off for us. Well, I can't exactly try and remove his guy here. Well, now that he's exploding his board presence, he might be able to squeak by with a win. I'm hoping not, but it's looking like that's something that could possibly happen to us. And that doesn't do anything. So now if I go for this, He's going to go for Blink, then I'm going to kill it in response. Well, we'll see. I might kill the Seagate Oracle in response. I'm actually going to let him draw the cards, so I need to use my removal spells appropriately. Again, we're playing for the stall, not for the outright victory. I mean, it's still a victory, but I think you guys know what I mean. But we did let him draw 2 more threats. We did also burn his momentary blink, which means reality acid's gone. Blinks that. What does that do? Gets a spreading seas. Okay. Really hoping he just doesn't draw any threats. He's seen a lot of them, but he drew something. And now I get to burn that, hopefully. Actually, let's do that on his upkeep. You know, it's a much better move. He has a counter spell. Okay. So now he might be able to squeeze out a victory here. But he needs to play faster than he's been playing. He just hasn't been doing that yet. He did not attack, so that's going to help a lot too. This is also going to help a lot. Yep, sending me a message. Yeah, he seems to be getting flustered. And this is actually quite good. As a defensive body and a way to get back our Tron pieces. So we want, I think we want tower and power plants. Just make sure. I could also get Fengraf. Actually, let's just get Haunted Fengraf. Can I undo F3? I don't think I can. Okay, now I get to try over. I'm going to do it like this because it just keeps me alive longer. So yeah, I definitely feel like we're winning this match now. We're not in danger of decking. Well, we could cast Deep Analysis, but I think I'd rather get on the board first. We're almost in a position where we can attack him, which is pretty amazing. Probably should just be casting Deep Analysis here, but yeah, let's do it. I'm not going to deck, right? It's pretty much no way. Yeah, I think we're actually going to beat him. Which is kind of funny. Send a little attacker up top, why not? Hiya! Send a message. And I think we've taken this just strictly off of time. Doesn't matter that he has a Core Skyfisher or not. It really doesn't matter. Well, that's interesting. Does that actually get us? We still have no... It's interesting. We don't really have to do anything here. I'm just gonna do that. I think I can play the second one as well. I have to pay again. Yep. Yep. 10 cards in library. I don't think that's gonna matter. No attacks. Okay, he's gonna journey all my guys away. That's fine. It's too little too late at this point. Could have attacked me up top. So yeah, let's destroy all auras. I guess it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I do, really. I'm just gonna be honest, guys. It's pretty much irrelevant at this point. So I guess I will do it now. Destroyed all auras. Now I'm gonna get my power plant. I'm gonna burn this. Guess I'll preordain even though I'm very low on cards. Gonna bottom those. Probably should not play that. He didn't block. See, we both made a mistake there. I shouldn't have. Okay, cool. I shouldn't have attacked with everything, but I did. I think his only hope now is that if I time out or deck. And we actually just won this without even needing to time him out. So now we're going to game 3 and he has 4 seconds left. So this is pretty great. We're going to end up 4-1, guys. So I'm pretty happy about that. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep. It doesn't really matter what we keep. And we win! Alright. So this deck actually performed better than I thought it would, considering the fact that we lost the first match, and then we ended up sweeping the rest of it. So we got some bonus play points and a booster, and the 4-1 record. So I think Tron definitely has some legs. This is the first time I've played it in a while, and this is only my 3rd ever Pauper League. So imagine it in the hands of someone very capable. We played all different decks. Some are known quantities, some were a little more unexpected. And we performed well across the board. Look at all the disruption we had to go up against. So imagine this in the hands of someone very capable, very experienced with the deck, with a tuned list. I think you can only get better from here. So thank you guys very much for tuning in to this installment of Dive.